Hello everyone, Merry Christmas. I hope you're enjoying the season of Advent. Welcome back to another episode of the Moises Show. Today, our guest is one of our students, Jacob Yim.
Hello.
Jacob, what is your grade and your major?
So I'm a sophomore. My major is criminal justice, and I'm minoring in homeland security.
Very cool. What made you get into this particular field?
I've always had interest in studying intelligence and working for the government, federal agency. So I think that's what got me interested. Also, my dad was he was a police officer, and he was like a detective and stuff. So I think that had a big influence in my life as well.
Okay. A very noble profession for sure. So are you also a big fan of Law and Order, CSI, and those types of programs?
Not really. I don't watch TV. I don't watch Netflix shows. I just go to classes and lectures and listen to stories, and we do like case studies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's more interesting than watching shows.
Right. You're too busy studying and being a scholar, Jacob, right?
Yeah.
Getting A's in your courses.
Yes, sir.
So what are some of your hobbies?
Some of my hobbies, I love fishing in the spring and summertime, and early fall. I always go fishing. During, I would say, summer break, I like, for instance, this summer break, I probably went fishing every day. I love fishing. I actually wrote my college essay about fishing. That's how I got here. Yeah. And another hobby, I like giving out haircuts. Great haircuts. I actually gave you a haircut. So should we reveal that?
He did a great job, as you can see.
Yeah, I cleaned them up. So if you need a haircut, hit up the producers at the Moises Show, and then they'll contact me.
Okay, follow-up question. How long have you been fishing, Jacob?
How long? For a couple of years. Not too long. Yeah.
How did you first get involved with this type of activity?
I have a spiritual brother / mentor at my church, and one night he just asked me, "Hey, like, do you like fishing?" So I was like, "Well, I don't know the last time I've been," but he was like, "Well, you want to go?" So I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then from there on, like, we started going fishing probably every weekend. So that's how it started.
Yes, very good. And I like how you said that he is a mentor in your life, because the Bible does say a wise man has many counselors. Also, iron sharpens iron, as one man makes another man better. Because Christians, we're not meant to live this journey on our own. We need community. We need each other. We help each other grow. So it's very admirable that you've had a mentor in your life.
Yeah.
So Jacob, how did you find Jesus?
So I've known Jesus all my life, actually. My mom attended church when she had me. So I've been attending church even before birth. I was actually born in South Korea. I moved to the United States in third grade, around, I would say, 9 or 10 years old. And then, I wouldn't say I had good faith back then because I was still a kid. I just knew who Jesus was. I just never had that sense of lordship in my life until I was invited to my sister's friend's church, where I found a good ministry and congregation there. And that's when I truly devoted my life to God.
Very good. So I also know you're from the Fairfax area.
Yes.
And you told me you go to a church called Grace Covenant.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing more about what it was like to grow up in the Nova area?
Okay. Actually, Grace Covenant, it's a recent, I would say, I've been attending there for about the past 2 years or so. And before I attended that church, I went to a bunch of other Korean churches, and then we decided to basically build a new Korean congregation within Grace Covenant. So it's great. It was a great experience. That church is awesome. It's it's a prophetic church. It's led by Spirit. So I love Grace Covenant and attending that church. In Fairfax, actually, I've been living in Fairfax since the 3rd grade. It's a little suburb. I wouldn't say little. You've been to Fairfax, right?
All right. I attended George Mason University, which is in the heart of Fairfax.
Right. I live like 5 minutes away from Fairfax. I mean, George Mason University. I love Fairfax as well. I always love going back home. I think Fairfax and Richmond, there's a big contrast between two cities. Mm-hmm. I always love going back home. Right. Yeah.
And this is a filler question, Jacob, but why do you choose VCU over George Mason?
I would say there were some. It's complicated. Long story short, there are some problems with paperwork. I'd say it's a very long story, but I just had to come to VCU, and I think it was God's plan.
Right.
And I know, I felt that as soon as I joined Chi Alpha, that it was God's plan for me to come to VCU and serve on campus.
Right. Well, Jacob, you are definitely a blessing to us here in Richmond Chi Alpha. And that brings me to my next question. Here in Chi Alpha, you play the keys for our service. You MC a lot of our big events. You're even on the worship service planning committee. Now, why do you enjoy being so involved in ministerial activities?
The reason why I enjoy it is because it brings me joy. I think that's the biggest thing. And also, just knowing that I'm being used for the expansion of the kingdom to glorify God's name. It's just such a, if there's any opportunities for me to do that, I will jump right in to do so. It's just that time is limited, so I try to fit a lot of things into my schedule. And unfortunately, I would love to do more, but that's all I can do time-wise. So, but ultimately, it's for the expansion of the kingdom, especially on the VCU campus and in the city of Richmond. That's why I love doing it.
Right. And that is so incredible, Jacob, because you have found your purpose in God. You know He's blessed you with gifts, and now you're using them to expand the kingdom. And another reason I really like that statement is because the college campus is the most strategic missions field. That's why campus ministries are so important. And the reason the college campus is the most strategic missions field is because you're dealing with a group of body that come from many different backgrounds and belief systems and social economic statuses. So this is truly a missions field. So it's admirable and inspirational that a young son like you, who's established in the Lord, can use gifts to help lead worship, participate in small group, planning committees for events. This is a type of transformation we would like all Christians to experience. Mm-hmm. Because we know that discipleship is a disciple that makes another disciple. Well, Jacob, it's been a pleasure having you on our segment. Thank all of you for watching and also your continued faithful support and prayers. It is greatly appreciated. I know God will bless you for it. Enjoy your holiday season. Enjoy Christmas. And remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. Have a great day, and I'll see you for another episode of the Moises Show in January.
Merry Christmas.